Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bit more of a vlog about what I am doing this week. So I do have a few jobs to start ticking off. My plan for today is to add some more cling strip onto the staircase. Now if you don't know what cling strip is, if you've never heard of it, it is a tub of pure magic when it comes to removing paint. I was like queen of feeling overwhelmed. I'm just trying to do little jobs that will help make, you know, a big job like plasterboarding the kitchen ceiling. I feel like it's gonna be fine. Like it's gonna be fine whenever I start doing it, but it's just the like thinking about it at the minute. So I'm just trying to do things that will make that feel a little easier whenever I get round to it. And I think, yeah, just marking out, like cutting the plasterboard sheets to size, marking out the location of the joists on them will help make life a little bit easier whenever I come to doing it. Yeah, so welcome back and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. So this is what I'm stripping today. So you can see just how manky the paint on these stairs is. This is what the stairs look like. So I stripped this side with a heat gun over a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. It was one of those things I did when I first moved in and wasn't really sure what I was doing, and the rest of the staircase has remained like this ever since. I am going to have a runner on the staircase, so I'm not putting a full carpet on, so I'm not too worried about this middle section, but yeah, I want these side sections to look a lot nicer. So this is what I'm going to be using, cling strip. Here's how it is looking. Oh, we love to see it. So I'm just stripping the paint off the stairs and here's how it is currently looking. So it looks a bit of a mess at the minute, but it is removing a lot of the paint, which is what we need. But yeah, that is what I am doing at the moment, and hopefully I will have it stripped, and then I need to give it a big wash down. And then that's one more thing ticked off. Right, so I started boxing in this bigger steel back in December. So last month, started boxing it in last month. But I haven't made a start on this one yet, apart from adding the little noggins that I'm going to screw the plasterboard into. I'm just about to put some glue behind the noggins just to secure them to the steel. I've essentially been putting the whole kitchen off for much longer than I really needed to, but I think when I think about this kitchen as a whole, it just feels so overwhelming. Like first it was screed in the floor, then it was self-level in the floor, it was, no, even before that it was taking the kitchen out, it was having walls knocked down and walls bricked up and the steel's put in and the doors put in, and you know, I had to remove the ceiling, I removed the tiles, I removed the kitchen units, I knocked it all back to brick. And now I need to start putting it all back together again. So I've screeded the floor, which was just don't ever DIY screed your floor. If you're gonna do it, if you're set on DIY mixing your screed, your concrete, get a mixer to do it, or just get ready mixed concrete pumped in and then screed it yourself. Just don't do what I did. But I will share that in a whole kitchen renovation video. But yeah, so it just has been a lot. It has been like a big like mental barrier to get past. And before Christmas, I was like struggling to see the way forward, which is why I have been putting off plasterboarding for so long. Although I was in here last night and I was thinking, like, it's not going to be difficult. It's not a difficult job to plasterboard the ceiling, because I'm going to hire one of the plasterboard lifters, and all I have to do is screw it in. So I know that it's not a difficult job, but I've just had this mental barrier. But this week is the week that I do it. Yeah, so I am going to box in this steel. I've just cut the plasterboard to size. I'm going to screw that on. And then I'm going to start measuring the ceiling joists and cutting the plasterboard to size. Yeah, I'm figuring out what way I'm going to stagger them. So at least, what is that up there? Because yeah, when I think about plasterboard and ceiling, I think about it doing it all in one go, you know, measuring it, cutting the plasterboard, trying to get the plasterboard up there, it not being cut to the right size, and and like, I've been thinking about doing that all at once, and I think that is what has put me off doing it for so long, because it just feels so overwhelming. So I'm breaking it down little by little. I'm gonna tackle it. I was just saying to my sister-in-law last week that even like doing the plywood, doing wee bits that don't seem to be in order, but doing those wee bits really does help overcome any mental barriers. And now I feel like I'm ready to start doing this. So if I start cutting the plywood or plasterboard to size, figuring out where it's all gonna go, how it's all gonna fit like a jigsaw, and then I'll be ready to do it this week. We'll see. Okay, so I have cut all of the plasterboard for the ceiling on this side, which is all lined up over there. I've numbered it to, and then those numbers, I have this little chaotic diagram of where the boards are going to go, because they are staggered, so I want to make sure that I put them up in the right place. But yeah, I'll hopefully understand this again whenever I come to do it. So I was editing the footage that I've already got this week last night, and I said this at the beginning of the week. I don't think there's going to be any major jobs like plasterboarding the ceiling being tackled this week, but the way that I work, that could all change. Now, as you can see, that hasn't yet happened. I haven't yet plasterboarded the ceiling, but I'm just about to head out the door to go and pick up something that might mean that I will have a finished plasterboarded ceiling. Let's see how I get on. Why does it have handlebars?
To my left, the neighbors gave me a side eye, like I was panic, I'm just born in a dress. And I know that I'm older, I'm done. I'll do what I want. Spending a Sunday at the gym, trying to fit in. Counting the days until I meet my future husband. I try to be kind to myself. I said, girl, you got this. A whole lot of ticking, not enough time. A whole lot of sweat. I feel right, I feel right. The clock keeps ticking, still running out of time.
It is 6 o'clock and I have just stopped for 10 minutes for some lunch. But the first few sheets of plasterboard are up. Finally made a start, so let's keep going. I feel and probably look like I've aged 10 years overnight. But I have a boarded kitchen ceiling. Yeah, that was tough doing that yesterday. But I am so made up with myself that I've actually done it, and I did it by myself. Yeah, like nothing like a good challenge. So it's now, I do have, as you can see, the other side behind the steel to do today. It is 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock on Saturday and I'm just about to make a start on that. Why am I starting it at 4 o'clock on a Saturday? Because I finished in here at 10 o'clock last night and then I stayed up until 2 o'clock binging Yellowstone. I didn't set an alarm for this morning, so I slept right through from 2 o'clock last night until midday today. So it is safe to say that I was exhausted. So I'm just gonna have a coffee, another coffee, and then make a start. But hopefully by the end of today I will have a fully boarded kitchen ceiling, which has been a long time coming considering I took the old lath and plaster down a year ago. So I've lived with an exposed kitchen ceiling for a year. The things we do when we're living in a renovation.
I don't need a man to tell me I'm the shit. Thank God that it's over, 'cause all I need to be is my kind of woman.
I did it. I have one fully plasterboarded ceiling. It's safe to say that I am buzzing that I'm finishing this week with a fully plasterboarded ceiling. Unreal. Did not think that I was going to be getting that done this week, but here we are. So in a classic case of starting one DIY job and getting distracted by another DIY job, I, as you've seen, started washing down the stairs, but I haven't fully washed them down yet. They do need another wash down, but they're looking good so far. Like, it has taken off a lot of the paint, so I need to do that this week. To celebrate the fact that I now have a kitchen ceiling again and I can start to see the finish line with this kitchen, I am going to start doing like a full kitchen renovation video series starting next week. So I'll take you through all of the befores, all of the work that I've done to date, and then hopefully in a few weeks time I might even have some afters. You never know. But yeah, so that is it for this week. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again next week.